Let me ask you something honest. When was the last time you walked across a parking lot and actually felt strong doing it? Not tired, not achy, not secretly hoping there's a bench nearby, but actually strong, like your legs were working for you instead of against you. If you had to think about that for a second, this video is for you. Because here's what most men over 60 don't realize. The way you walk right now, today, could be silently destroying the very muscles keeping you upright, independent, and mobile. And the scary part? It doesn't feel like anything. No sharp pain, no warning sign, just a slow, quiet decline that one day shows up as a fall, a fracture, or a moment where you need help getting up off the floor. But here's the good news, and I want you to really hear this. It is completely reversible. The mistakes we're going to talk about today are fixable, starting tomorrow morning. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to change and why it matters more than almost any exercise you could do at the gym. Stay with me, because the third mistake on this list genuinely surprises most men, and it's probably the one you're making most often. If you're someone who wants to stay strong, independent, and active well into your 70s and beyond, do me a favor right now. Hit like and subscribe to Golden Age Strength. Every single week we put out practical, science-backed strategies built specifically for men and women over 50. No fluff, no fads, just real information that works. Now let's get into this. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the side of the bed, stand up, and your legs feel like they belong to someone else. Stiff, weak, unreliable. You shuffle to the bathroom. You hold the wall going down the stairs, and somewhere in the back of your mind, a little voice says, "Is this just how it is now?" I want to tell you, no, that is not just how it is. That is a signal, and today we're going to decode it. Here's what most people are told. Muscle loss after 60 is inevitable, just part of aging, nothing you can do. But that's only half the story, and the half they leave out is the part that actually matters. Yes, your body changes. Yes, the process of maintaining muscle becomes harder. But research published in journals like the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research has consistently shown that muscle can be built, maintained, and protected well into your 70s and 80s with the right habits. And one of the most powerful habits? Believe it or not, it's how you walk. Walking is something most of us stopped thinking about around age 2. It became automatic, unconscious. But that autopilot mode is exactly where the damage hides. Because the way most men over 60 walk isn't just inefficient, it's actively working against your muscle health, your balance, your joints, and your long-term independence. Let's go through the 6 mistakes, and I promise, every single one of these is going to make you think differently about something you do every single day. Mistake number 1, the shuffle step. You've seen it. Maybe you felt it. Instead of lifting your feet and taking a full stride, the foot barely leaves the ground. It drags slightly. The step is short. The heel barely strikes. This is called the shuffle gait, and it becomes more common after 60 for a simple reason. The hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hip, begin to tighten and weaken from too much sitting. Think of your legs like pistons in an engine. When they fire fully, they generate power, protect your joints, and signal your brain to keep maintaining that muscle. But when you shuffle, the piston barely moves. The signal is weak. And your body, which is incredibly efficient, starts asking a simple question. Why should I keep these muscles if you're not using them? The result is something researchers call disuse atrophy. Muscle lost not from disease, but from underuse. And a shuffle gait is one of the most common and overlooked triggers. The fix is deliberate. When you walk, whether it's through your kitchen or down the street, consciously lift your foot, extend your stride, and push off with your toes. It takes effort at first. That effort is exactly the point. Mistake number 2, looking down. This one sounds almost too simple to matter, but the position of your head while you walk has a direct chain reaction through your entire body. When your head drops forward to look at the ground, your neck shifts out of alignment, your shoulders round, your core disengages, and your lower back takes on stress it was never designed to carry. Think of your spine like a stack of building blocks. When it's aligned, every block supports the one above it perfectly. When your head drops forward, and the average human head weighs between 10 and 12 pounds, that forward shift multiplies the load on your neck and back dramatically. Some biomechanics researchers estimate that for every inch your head moves forward, the effective weight on your cervical spine roughly doubles. But here's what this has to do with your leg muscles specifically. When your posture collapses, your glutes and core switch off. They stop contributing to your movement. And the smaller, less powerful muscles of your lower legs try to compensate, and they get overloaded and worn down over time. The correction? Eyes forward, chin slightly tucked. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. That one mental cue alone can transform your walking mechanics and re-engage the muscles that should be doing the heavy lifting. Mistake number 3, ignoring the push-off. Here's the one that surprises most men, and I want you to pay close attention here, because this is where a huge amount of muscle-building potential is being left on the table every single day. At the end of every step, your calf, your Achilles tendon, and your foot should be working together to push your body forward. This is called the toe-off phase. In a healthy stride, it's powerful, deliberate, and generates real force. In most men over 60, it's nearly absent. Why? Because the ankle becomes stiffer with age, the calf muscles weaken, and over time, the body finds a way to move without relying on that push, shifting the load to the hip, the knee, and the lower back. All the wrong places. Research on gait mechanics in older adults consistently shows that reduced push-off power is one of the earliest and most significant signs of functional decline. It's also one of the most correctable. Simply walking with intention, rolling through the foot and actively pushing off with the toes at the end of each step reactivates the calf and Achilles complex that is absolutely critical for balance, stability, and lower leg strength. Try it on your next walk. Really push off. You'll feel it immediately in your calves. That burn? That's your muscles remembering what they're supposed to do. Mistake number 4. Walking too fast without stability. Speed feels like strength, but for many men over 60, walking fast without stability is actually a compensation pattern, a way of using momentum to get from point A to point B without requiring the muscles to work properly. True muscular strength in walking comes from controlled, stable movement. When you rush through a step, you skip the part where your stabilizer muscles, the small muscles around your hips, knees, and ankles, have to work to keep you balanced. Those muscles are the scaffolding of your body. When they atrophy, everything wobbles. Falls in men over 65 are one of the leading causes of serious injury and loss of independence in the United States. And most falls don't happen because someone was moving slowly. They happen because the stabilizers gave out during a fast or unexpected movement. Slowing down slightly, not to a crawl, but to a controlled, deliberate pace, gives your body the time it needs to activate every muscle involved in a proper step. It's the difference between rushing through a workout and actually doing the workout. One builds muscle, the other just burns energy. Mistake number 5. Arms that don't move. Your arms and legs are connected by a system called the contralateral movement pattern, a fancy way of saying that when your right leg goes forward, your left arm should swing forward with it. This cross-body motion is built into human locomotion. It stabilizes your spine, engages your core, and creates a natural counterbalance that makes walking efficient and powerful. When men get older and start to feel uncertain on their feet, one of the first things that happens is the arm swing disappears. The arms go stiff, the hands might go in the pockets, the upper body locks up. And without that cross-body movement, the core goes quiet, the lower back tightens, and the whole system becomes less coordinated. Let your arms swing naturally, not exaggerated, just natural and relaxed. Bend your elbows slightly. Let the opposite arm and leg work together. It feels awkward at first if you've been walking stiffly for years, but within a few days of conscious practice, it becomes natural again, and your entire stride will feel more fluid and powerful. Mistake number 6. Never walking on uneven ground. This last one is not about how you walk, it's about where you walk. And it might be the most overlooked of all 6. Smooth, flat surfaces are comfortable. Sidewalks, hallways, shopping mall floors. But comfortable is the enemy of capable. When you only walk on flat, predictable surfaces, your proprioceptive system, your body's ability to sense position, balance, and movement, gets no challenge at all. And like every other system in the body, if it isn't challenged, it weakens. The small stabilizing muscles of your feet, ankles, and lower legs are specifically designed to respond to uneven ground. Grass, gravel, gentle slopes, a packed dirt trail. These surfaces force micro-adjustments with every step, and those micro-adjustments are a form of training. Low impact, continuous, and highly effective for maintaining the kind of functional strength that keeps you stable and confident on your feet. Even just 10 minutes a few times a week on a gentle grassy surface or a nature path can make a significant difference in ankle stability and lower leg strength over time. Think of it not as exercise, think of it as maintenance for the system that keeps you upright. So there they are. 6 walking mistakes that most men over 60 make every single day without even realizing it. The shuffle step, looking down, ignoring the push-off, moving fast without stability, stiff arms, and always staying on flat ground. None of these are your fault. No one ever sat you down and explained that the way you walk could determine how strong your legs are at 70, 75, or 80. But now you know. And that changes everything. Here's what I want you to do tomorrow morning. On your very first walk, whether it's to the kitchen or around the block, pick just one of these 6 things and focus on it. Just one. Maybe it's the push-off. Maybe it's lifting your eyes. Maybe it's letting your arms swing. One conscious change. That's your only job. Because strength isn't rebuilt overnight. It's rebuilt one intentional step at a time. And that's exactly what Golden Age strength is about. Not perfection, not punishment, just progress. Practical, achievable, real progress. For men who refuse to go quietly into a rocking chair. Which of these 6 mistakes surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you know,